Good morning, friends. This is the Catalina 280 in question that we're gonna be rebuilding or restoring, and it's a Chris Craft 1982. We're gonna go around a little bit and then we're gonna go inside. We already took things apart to see what we have. We're doing an evaluation, really what we need to do, what's priority. And first thing we did was get the engine started, and like I was told, it does run but it won't stay idling, and it's a new carburetor. I have to take everything apart, you can see. Let's see if we can climb down or go down. It's a single engine, that's why it's a 2.8, in case you don't know. I can't find the serial number. It might be hiding behind the risers, but I did find the casting number, which it went down to a Camaro 1982 Camaro. Figure that out. The boy says the 1982. Okay, like I said, the engine runs, but it needs a carburetor. I was thinking maybe I can go fuel injection, but I'm not sure. Too much money maybe. The shelves, the supports, they were here in this area. Was plywood, they all rotten. The battery bank for the cabin was here, 3 batteries plus the water tank, 14-gallon water, potable water for the use. Kind of small for me, but I don't know, I guess it's fine. And on this side they had a piece of rotten plywood on top of another rotten plywood. So we took everything apart again, and here we had the water heater, the water pump, and the batteries for the starter. It's for the engine. 1 battery, 3 on the other side, the battery bank for the and 1 battery for the starter. I might go with 2 batteries, but I'm not sure. We clean up everything. Everything seems to be working fine. See these screws here? That's where the support for the shaft for the propel is. I'm gonna change them. It is kind of rusted out, and that's the for the rotor. That's the trimmer pump. It works, and I'm gonna move it out. I don't like it there. We took the gasoline tank out, which it was right here, 100-gallon tank with 70 gallons of fuel inside. Waste fuel because it's no good. So because the shelf where I'm standing, the shelf that was here, half on the tank and half, it was like a storage shelf, it was also rotten. The door, the hatch door that goes here on the back, it's 3 doors. One on the starboard, one on the port side, and one on the back for the fuel. You're supposed to have that open when you get fuel. It was too soft when you step on it, so we took it apart I'm gonna show you, like on this one. I cut it and separate the top with this bottom plywood, this bottom fiberglass with exactly like this one. Instead of one, it has two runners crossing for support. And I replaced the plywood inside. I have it in the shop, in the shack. This is the battery charger, which works. Like I said, everything works. It's a basic. If you see a Catalina Chris-Craft, the configuration is pretty much the same of all the other ones. I'm going to redo the whole kitchen. We'll remove the refrigerator. I have everything, pillows, drawers, everything. I just took things apart for assessing what we're going to do first. I'm surprised, I'm kind of real surprised that they don't paint the bilge area when the boats are new. I mean, I'm going to paint it. It's smoother when you paint it. You don't get that dust there. And the fiberglass, kind of everything stuck on it, gets stuck. So I'm going to paint it gray. That's the color that I choose. And that's where they started. Oh, I was just checking it. And well, a lot of work, but we take one day at a time. The control panel dashboard I took it off. I had to replace the ignition key by a new one. I didn't have one when I purchased it. This is when you hook up in the marina for 125 volts. Speakers were here all fried by the sand, broken and fried, so I remove it. I can care less for speakers. And we're gonna go, what I'm thinking and doing, instead of going back here with plywood and here and back here behind the tank, this is the support for the tanks, the brackets. Tank is outside. Let me see, I can show you. Right there, you see it? That's the big tank, 100 gallons. Aluminum tank. I'm gonna go with composite decking boards. How about it, huh? What do you think about that? They might be a little heavy, but they don't suck water and they're not gonna rotten. So I end up winning, I guess. They're expensive, they're not cheap, but I don't need that many. So composite decking boards, and they have boards that are 5 inches wide, and they got boards that are 12 inches wide, and their thickness is like they call 5/4, which is almost an inch. That's how they call it, 5/4 decking boards, but composite, not pressure treated or nothing like that. And they can be nailed, screwed, painted. So I'm going to put it on and I'm going to paint it, and then I'm going to start putting the batteries, everything back, the fuel hose. It was all dried out. I guess that was the original. They never was changed. That you're supposed to change those fuel hose like every 3-5 years accordingly. So as soon as I finish with the priority, it's going to be step 1, do the bilge area, so we can, like I said, connect the electric again, connect the fuel, start it up again, and then we do a tune-up, and then we go to the engine, and then after that we do the rest out here. We're gonna paint it, and then we're gonna go inside, and then we're gonna do all the things, upholstery and whatever we need to do inside, and we'll see. We're probably going to be doing things while we're in the water, so we don't delay it so much. because it's not really important. When I cranked the engine, one thing I want to share with you, when I cranked the engine, I probably had it running for less than 5 minutes, but not constantly, so the engine was shutting off because I couldn't keep it idling. And I noticed that the port side, this riser was hot. And I can tell you, maybe the engine was running for 2 minutes altogether. Okay, very hot. And this one, it was fine. Now, it might be the thermostat that is blocked. It might be the riser stock, or it might be the water supply that I had, and maybe it wasn't enough water because I put my garden hose from the house. I got another hose with more pressure, so maybe it wasn't enough water to cool the whole engine, and that's why it rises up. But we left it there. We just put it there on the side. We said, well, when we get back to that, we're gonna see what happens. Everything is taken apart. Okay, I mean, it's pretty much, for what I see so far, everything's maintenance, preventing maintenance, general maintenance, like a riser. I mean, you're supposed to change risers accordingly, probably every 3-5 years. Depends how many hours you put on the engine. Or you can take them apart and clean them. And the rest is all cosmetic. It's not really a major damage that we're gonna go crazy trying to fix. See, all fiberglass, and it doesn't have any wood. The only wood is in the doors. A single engine, that's why I bought it. That's why I purchased this boat, because when I started looking for them, I saw they want the 251, the series, the Catalina 251 is the one with twin engines. And I said, oh no, that's not for me. That's too much. Single engine, plenty for me. Well, they said the double engine is better to docking when you got high winds and this and that, but okay, we'll figure that out. I'm used to it to park big things. So that's the fuel filter. The registration sticker on the boat, the last one they had was 2015, and this filter is just 9511. That's the oil filter. Oh, right here, sorry. 9511. So go figure. I know it has, for sure, it has synthetic oil. Okay, that's the water supply when you are docking. The seats are inside, not inside there. On the bed, I got them inside the shop. And let me climb up again, if I don't break my leg. So has a wiper missing. I guess maybe the wiper motor don't work, but we didn't get to that yet. Got the Mini. Gotta do a new swimming platform. So next week, God willing, because today I had to clean my yard because Hurricane Dash Tropical Storm Michael that came through here. 2 weeks ago we were in Panama City Beach with the grandkids having fun, and imagine how that place is now. My prayers for all the people. And we just got debris from the trees. Nothing happened here really. We are 4.5 hour drive from Panama City Beach. We were planning to go by the end of this month again, before the holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas. So, but I guess that's going to be put on the side. And we're going to start focusing and working in the boat on weekends, on anytime that I get off on my free time. Okay, folks, thank you very much. I hope you like this. Like I said in my comments, I'm doing this because many friends and, well, I don't have many, but co-workers and friends ask me, put a video, everybody do this, do that, you know, everybody puts videos. I say, well, okay, I'm gonna think about it. I say, I'm doing it, maybe I find somebody like you that got better knowledge than I do and can also coach me through it on things that I don't know. I know a lot of terminology that I need to learn. English is my second language, so here we go. So no problem, no fear. We can do it. Technically, I don't work as it, but I'm a industrial maintenance technician. So if you own a factory, I keep all your machinery, conveyors, whatever, hydraulics in good shape, so production manager don't have to go crazy. That was my job years ago. But my job now, I'm in trucking for the last 30 years. I'm 63 and got my own trucking company, which came down to one truck thanks to the 2008 recession, which I'm doing much better than with 5 trucks. Less headaches. So, well, I will tell you stories later on. Okay, folks, have a great day, and we'll see you next time.